Okay, so turn your paper vertically. That will look like this here. We're going to do our second assignment. I will be grading the first one, but as of now, push it to the side, turning your paper vertical and laying it on your table like so. That is the long way. We are going to study typography, okay? And typography is very interesting as far as graphic design is concerned. All right. There's many artists who study graphic design, and um, one of them will be Charles B. Moss. And as you can see for this example to the right and that's on the board in color, what a 5-inch inspired typography design would look like. We've already done our name design, so getting in these three-dimensional letters and numbers this time is going to be integrated into your artwork. And as we can see, Charles chose to integrate font styles and letters and numbers. Now, you, the student, are going to create an original design. That means that you're not going to take exactly what we see in our handout and the photo reference as your work of art because that is plagiarism, right? Someone have already created that work of art. But instead, you are going to think about your favorite number. My favorite number is 7. Think about your favorite number and think about why it is your favorite number, right? So we're going to create some numbers. We're going to create symbols and designs. In your first project, your name design art, you chose symbols that reflected who you were. You're telling me a story about yourself. Now, in this one, you are going to repeat that same thing, but with different images this time. Yes, you can go to Pinterest. Yes, you can go to Google. But I prefer for you to take photos of things for yourself. Why? Again, plagiarism. When we get ready for these art shows, they're going to look and see if you took pictures from Google or Pinterest. If you need a little help drawing something, yeah, I say use that as your inspiration, but then also take photos yourself to integrate into your design. I've been taking a lot of photos myself. My garden is really harvesting now. I got some cucumbers on the vine. I got some squash, some watermelon. I have a big old watermelon patch. Just did you know just putting seeds out in your ground sometimes can just grow some watermelons just like that. You don't even have to go to the store and buy them. And we got a little bit of tomatoes in the garden as well. So I've been taking and flowers. I've been taking some time and taking photos of these different things so that I can integrate them into my work of art because why? That tells about me too. My first work was bowling, and I integrated bowling into my name design. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn about who Charles DeMoss is and his precisionism. What is precisionism? It's a movement in art. All right, that's what it is. We're going to use and understand how cubism and futurism is a very influence on this work. Futurism. What does the future look like? Machinery, basically, right? Notice how checkout is taken over by cashiers now. Like cashier jobs are fading away because now we have so many self-check jobs. Think about it at the warehouses. Your parents, or my parents used to work at. I used to work at a warehouse. Right now, warehouses are taken over by machines. Machines can do the job that we are doing. So we have to become smarter in order to create new jobs for ourselves. Our machines gonna take over, aren't they? So think about that in the futurism of your drawing, how you can integrate numbers and lines and machinery, even the mechanism of a machine, how the digits move around. All right. So next we're going to use for our materials ruler, pencil, color pencils and markers. At this time, you probably already have gone to like the Dollar General or Walmart and has grabbed you some drawing pencils and color pencils. And we already have our white paper and our handout. Now, remembering that typography is the design and how we use a typeface to communicate it as a means of communication. When we look at the Coca-Cola symbol, like here on your handout, There was an artist that created this Coca-Cola logo. Do you like to draw logos? Think about it. Even Starbucks created that logo. There was an artist who got paid money to do that. Uh, let's look at another one. Canon printer, Tinder. Like, so many businesses today need people like you as the artist to even create logos. They get paid to do that all day long. Logo after logo. How fun is that? To sit there, draw, use a computer, creating logos for companies. Let's look on the back. So we're going to practice right now on one side of your paper. And we're going to break up the number 5 into an abstract work of art. So let's take our pencils, and you have your paper vertical, but you are going to flip over your paper to do the final exam, okay? The final one is going to be your favorite numbers with your favorite letters in 3D and images, but broken up just like we're breaking it up here. So you will need a ruler of some sort because I do like to use straight lines at all times. If you don't have a ruler, that's okay because we got craft sticks. Whoop, whoop. So I can even take a craft stick. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use a craft stick to draw. So my first step is I want to draw the top outline, okay, for the number 5. Now, this is practice, so you don't have to draw this really big, okay? I just want you to practice with me drawing a number in 3D. So everybody's drawing right now with your pencil. We don't need too much of a straight line for some parts of the 5, but on some we will. Okay, so right now we've completed step number 1 and 2 in that square on the back. So everybody's drawing that because you will receive credit today. So everybody's drawing along with me. Wake it up, get it in. Come on, let's get busy. Go to sleep when you get home. Okay, now let's curve. And I'm going to teach you how to even overlap different numbers and letters and images for this design. That's the next step. If you needed to twist your paper around, you obviously could do that as well. All right. Then it's showing us that the end of that 5 really curves in. So we're going to curve it. This is a new font. But you can look on Microsoft Word. You can even look on Google Doc. And you can look up different fonts. The fonts are Arial, Script. Give me another font. Cosmic Sans. What's another font? Bubble. What's another one? Bold, Italic. I mean, there are so many, condensed something, so many different fonts. You can go to Google Docs and actually type in the number 5, highlight it, and then go to the different fonts, and it'll change that 5 up for you, right? And you can draw that number 5. You can even make up your own number 5. Now let's close it in. Let's close that 5 up. Try to go as little slow as I can, but the steps are literally right here on our handout that I gave you on the back. If you can't see this as well, you can feel free to move to the front at the front desk. Also, I'm live streaming on YouTube, and I put the YouTube link that I'm live streaming right now in your Google Classroom. You can pull it up on your phone and hold it closer to you or prop it up, and you can see this in detail way much better, right? Now, let's close that number 5 of them. Take my ruler to close mine, because I feel like any edge that is straight deserves its perfection. And that perfection is actually with a straight edge object. Ours, a craft stick. Yours, a ruler. It could be a side of a book or a notebook, whatever you can do. Okay. Now, my next one is I have completed that 5. I'm on step number 7 already. Didn't they go fast? Step number 7 is showing me different lines that are going through my number 5. And these broken lines will help me when I start coloring. In each space of the broken lines, I'm going to create different colors. And we're going to use specific colors only for this assignment. I'm going to teach you shades of one color. Shades of one color only, from darks to light. Just almost like you did your name design, some of you. Some of you also use some different colors. We're going to now learn the values of that one color in our work of art from light to dark. And you're going to be responsible for having 5 different shades of that value from dark to light. And it's going to look awesome. So now let's take our sharp edge object and create lines that are going to go overlapping on top of that number 5. Notice how I have to move my ruler down as I go. So the handout is showing us 3 broken lines across diagonally. You can put 3, and if your heart chooses to put 4, do 4. But I did 3, so that I don't have too many baby spaces in between. The more baby spaces you have, the more you got to paint it, right? All right? Now let's break it up in a different angle. Let's come from the right edge. Laying that craft stick down. Creating another line overlapping. Obviously, we will take our Sharpies and outline this darker so that it stands out over that paint. And you use your pencil, Bob. That's good. Smart. I mean, you can use anything to make a straight edge these days, can't you? Excellent job. Excellent thing. All right. So now I'm going to do that again, but at an angle. These 2 assignments that we have been doing so far is teaching you how to draw. It is. It's teaching you element of design: line, shape, texture, and form. So at this point, anyone that thought in their head, I don't know how to draw, now you do. Just from these small, simple art projects we're doing. Now check this out. As we start progressing, you'll start using more forms, more shapes. Some simple, some complex. To the point where I can put this sculpture up in front of you and you're going to draw it. Just by doing these baby assignments with me. Just trust it. Trust the process, right? Now, I want to create one more broken line right over here. I'm breaking that space up. And I think I want to leave that just like that. Let's just do about 6 of those diagonal lines, okay? That's going to help us to not have so much in between space to paint from light to dark. If we had more of those lines, we're going to end up with more little spaces on it. So let's not do that. Now, I'm going to push this down a little further so y'all can see it, or bring my camera up some. There we go. All right, so now you can see a little more of that detail right there. Okay, now let's think in my head, or you think in your head, what is your favorite letters, or it's hidden design. There's an artist, black artist, by the name of Juan Miguel Basquiat. All right, he is a very famous artist for graffiti and style. Woo. When I tell y'all he good, he is good. He would take letters, numbers, symbols, politics, racism. He would take all of these different political information lot of money for his artwork. So let's think about right now. It could be something going on in your life, person. What would that symbol reflect to you? That person? It could be a pair of scissors that is dripping real paint. I'm just giving some odd images, right? It could be a rose that has thorns on the edge, but some of the rose petals are broken. That tells a story about something going on in your life, right? Symbols is just like in art and drawing and painting, it's like you writing poetry. So let's use some imagination right now. Let's think about a broken heart. My heart is broken, yet I don't want to be like I'm in the third grade or something. I want to really draw a real heart and tear it. So we can go to Google, we can look up heart, and we can literally draw a heart that is broken right here, overlapping our number 5. Now, you don't have to draw this, but I want you to think about something in your life right now that's going on. That almost looks like a strawberry. Because I like to have photo references in my face, but I'm just drawing this right now for the sake of. And then this is the broken hole in the inside. Of course, when I'm painting, that will be a darker area, right? And these are the veins sticking out. That's not bad, is it, huh? Well, good, look at me. I didn't really need a photo after all. All right. And of course, I'm going to draw as lightly as possible when I first start drawing, and then I can outline darker. But I like to draw light at first, right? So now that's a heart. And I'm going to think about broken heart. I'm going to think about the first person that broke my heart ever. Oh, let me think. I know, Jay. I ain't going to tell y'all the name. But it will be the least likeliest person that you would think. J. And I'm going to create my J, and I'm going to hide it within that number 5. And as I'm painting, it's going to be real hard to find that J that has broken my heart. But the symbols are there. It's for the viewer to look at my art to try to find and capture. I can even take a picture of that person or have that person in the picture. I wouldn't do that. I can draw that person face right there. Or if it's a male, I can just randomly think of a male and draw the male face, which is not that person, but you know, it could be that person or female, and draw that person in. So there are objectives. I need to see a focal point. Let's write that here. Focal point. What is my focal point in this work? The focal point stands out the most. In my work of art, what do you see first? You see the heart first? Who else see anything? It's a good one. You see the number 5 too? And you see the heart because I drew that darker. But if I was to make this 5 about the same value of darkness, you see that 5 first. Why would we see that 5? Because it's the biggest thing. And when I paint it, it'll be either the darkest or the lightest, and my values will go from there. So, you need a focal point, check mark. You need about 3 hidden letters, 2 hidden numbers, and 4 objects or symbols. In your typography, hidden design. What we call it? Hidden wood. Give me a cool thing. Hidden. I don't know. Hold on. All right, let's just keep typography. All right, so here's your bullet points of what you need. A focal point that stands out the most, that's the emphasis. You need 3 hidden letters, 2 hidden, what did I say? 2 hidden numbers, 4 objects or symbols, broken up, broken, pattern. That's our second assignment. Y'all ready for it? Pretty easy. If you use this paper already for your demonstration with me and it messed the back up or the front, you can feel free to come and get another piece of paper. Let's go ahead and get started on this project. And those of you that are still working on the first one, you keep working on the first one, and you got the second one to do too. Let's get it in, y'all. Yes, sir. Take that hall pass right there on the door. I'm going to outline and start.